Hey guys, I'm Brent Rose, writer and writer of sharks. Summer is here, and yeah, you could do all the typical things like barbecue, water ski, or you could ride a jet-powered dolphin that's shaped like a supercar. Today, I'm going to attempt to ride two of the craziest watercrafts out there. The Sea Breacher.
It's just like a roller coaster. It's designed to scare you silly.
And the Jetivator.
This thing will blow your mind. You can fly this thing 50 feet high, dive it 30 feet deep.
So I'm gonna die.
There's a good chance you're gonna die.
Great.
Good chance.
So the first thing we're trying out is the Sea Breacher. The Sea Breacher comes in all sorts of flavors. There's dolphins, there's killer whales, there's all kinds of sharks, there's even a manatee for some reason.
So they're all custom built. Most of the boats we build, we designed to look like marine creatures.
This is Rob Innes, the madman who builds these things. How did you get into this?
I'm from New Zealand originally, the country known for sort of backyard engineering. It started as sort of just as a hobby. This is the very first Sea Breacher we built. I started this in 1999. We've come a long way. I mean, that thing was a death trap.
This thing is kind of ridiculous. It's sort of a hybrid submarine boat jet ski. It can go under the surface of the water, it can jump, it can barrel roll. You can go up to 60 miles an hour. It weighs about 1,400 pounds. It can do all kinds of really dangerous looking stuff that I'm really excited to try. What's the biggest challenge you think when people try something like this for the first time?
If they're not like trained pilots, they just have to think in 3 axes. Like a jet ski, you just turn left and right. This, you have to separate your pitch, roll, and yaw, and you have to think in a 3-dimensional environment.
What could possibly go wrong?
And so you're going to close the canopy.
Okay.
Up and over. Yeah. Latch both sides. And then your pedals left and right. You push the right pedal, it's going to turn you right. Push your left pedal, that's going to turn you left. Point your toes forward, the nose is going to go down. If you point your toes back, the nose is going to go up.
Because there's only one air intake off the snorkel for the cabin and the engine, when you really give it some gas, your ears are going to pop a little bit. There's a little bit of a vacuum, and you really feel that a lot when you dive down and you're gassing it. The first time you go underwater, you kind of feel a sense of panic because it doesn't look right. You feel like you're driving a car, and cars are not meant to be submerged in the water.
Okay, now we're going to talk about roll. So your left control stick controls the left wing, your right control stick controls the right wing. Okay, so in theory, if you push this one forward and this one back, you are going to roll to the left. If you do the opposite, you're going to roll to the right.
This is way more high adrenaline than my last driver's ed experience. Last driver's ed experience, I had a creepy guy next to me who would always poke my leg, and now I've got a creepy guy behind me who just taps my shoulder. Oh yeah. The first big trick is learning how to dive and then jump. To do that, you want to be going about 5 to 7 miles an hour. You're going to pull back on your toes a little bit and then slam them forward, and that breaks the surface tension, gets your nose under the water, and as soon as your nose is down, you gas the hell out of it. If you're in the middle of a dive and you get scared, you're going to want to pull back. Don't do that, because then you're going to stall out and you're just going to come out ass first. As soon as you're underneath the water, you want to go toes back up and you breach through and generally slam down pretty hard if you do it right. The newest model is the supercar, which we're trying out today. They put a ton of R&D into it to reshape the nose cone and everything, and really trick it out to make it look like a certain supercar whose name we dare not mention. So the supercar is based off Sea Breacher's Model Z, which has a retractable snorkel. That means it can barrel roll, and that was definitely my most ambitious trick in it. To barrel roll, you have to get up to about 20-25 miles an hour, which feels pretty fast, and then you just jam both hand levers in opposite directions.